Making this review for like the third time. That's not a joke, I recorded this review like 3 times already and I'm not happy with it. So, once again, here we are. Hello everybody, it's Katie, and today I want to talk to you about this really kind of big book. This is the Chronicles of Chrestomanci, Vol.1 by Diana Wynne Jones. This is a book that actually contains 2 books, so this is a, what do you say, collection? I don't know. Is there a term for this kind of thing? If there is, please let me know. So the first book in this book is called Chant and it was originally published in 1977. In this book we have 2 siblings, Eric and Gwendolyn, and they lost their parents. Gwendolyn is a aspiring, which not inspiring, she's very aspiring. And they discover a family connection to the Chrestomanci, who is the protector and of the magic in this world. So they get in touch with the Chrestomanci, and the Chrestomanci takes them into his castle, and they live there, but life is not quite as they have expected. Yeah, at this castle. That's the plot. So let's get into the thoughts of this book. I really had a bit of a hard time getting into this book, and that is mainly because the characters are very unlikable. All of the characters are very unlikable, but especially Gwendolyn, she's just downright horrible. And also a main reason why I really had trouble with this book is because Eric, Gwendolyn's brother, keeps making excuses for her horrible behavior, and I just really wanted to shake him like, Eric, please wake up, please don't excuse her stupid ass again, like she's not a good girl, she's not a good sister. If I had to describe this to you, I would describe it as a mix of Harry Potter and Downton Abbey. Yeah, and I love the world. The world is very magical and rich, and I really love Diana Wynne Jones' writing style. She is so humorous. She has a great humor in all of her books. For me, it was just really, this time around, the characters are just really hard to get into. I did not enjoy the characters. This book deals a lot with pacing issues as well. And most of the book, there's nothing happening. There is things happening, but you're asking yourself like, yeah, but where does this lead to? Where are we going with this? And then there's just the ending is just really abrupt, and I was like, okay, so this is done now. I guess we have our finale now, with absolutely no build-up. Okay, let's do this then. So yeah, there's that. The second book in this book is called The Lives of Christopher Chant, and it was originally published 1988, so 11 years after the first book. However, this book is kind of a prequel to Chant Life. It is the events in The Lives of Christopher Chant are set like 25 years before what is it called? Before Chant Life. Yeah. Sorry, I had a brain fart just then. Our main protagonist in this book is Christopher Chant, who is the Chrestomanci in this book, in the first book. Christopher has weird dreams where he travels into different places, or 2 different places. His uncle discovers what Christopher can do, and asks Christopher to help him with some experiments, because Christopher can transport solid objects from these places back to his own place. Yeah, and that goes on for a while. Christopher's father eventually discovers Christopher's magical talent, and Christopher has to go to Chrestomanci Castle, where he has to stay and become the next Chrestomanci, and Christopher really doesn't want that. He really doesn't like it there. My thoughts on the second book. The pacing is a lot better, and also the characters were a lot more likable. Christopher was really likable. he was a bit like when he gets to the castle and he is very grumpy. That was a little bit like, because I thought, come on, just, deal with it, just, well, also Christopher was quite snarky. But then again, this book is quite snarky in general. Reading this book, I thought, well, Taylor Jones was a snarky woman. I think I would have a lot of fun with her if I had ever the chance to have met her, because she's dead, so I can't meet her now. Which makes me really sad. But I like the world building in this. I like the setup. I like the world. The world is really, really rich and really, really interesting and really magical. And I wish I had read this, The Lives of Christopher Chant, which is the prequel, before I read Chant Life, even if it spoils a little bit of Chant Life. Because I think I would have enjoyed Chant Life a lot more, because you don't really understand a lot when you're reading Chant Life and you're like, what is happening? There's just one little thing, which is the ending. I did not enjoy the ending of The Lives of Christopher Chant, because we have our villain, our main villain, and I will not tell you the villain because I don't want to spoil it, but we have our main villain, and then gets another villain shoehorned into a story, which takes like all the attention away from the first villain, and it doesn't make any sense to me, storytelling wise. I didn't like it. I was like, but what is with this other guy? Like, what? And I think it was really not necessary, and I did not like the shoehorned in villain at the end. In general, I gave this book 3 stars. I liked it. I don't think this is a book where I would just tell you like, yes, you have to read it, it is amazing, everybody has to read it. No. If you happen to pick it up at a used book shop and you like getting it for like £1 or something, or like 50 pence, it's pence, right? Like, I don't know. Like if you're getting it in a used bookshop and like cheap, then I would say, yeah, sure, check it out. Why not? It's fun. Also, if you if you're thinking the concept of Harry Potter and Downton Abbey, like the mix is fun, then I would also suggest you check it out. Also, I would like to say, I think J.K. Rowling read this. There's no way that J.K. Rowling didn't read this, because I see so much of Harry Potter in this. Yes, J.K., I see you. And these are children's books, of course, so if you're planning on reading this with a child, I would suggest that you either have read it before, so you can answer any questions and talk about things that happen, or you're reading it together with your child. Because especially in The Lives of Christopher Chant, it gets quite dark. There's a lot of the concept of good and evil is a topic, and doing harm to others for your own personal gain, and just like stealing and death and all of these things are kind of in there. So I would suggest that you're reading it together, if you're planning on reading it with a child, that you read it before they read it, and that you read it together so you can answer any questions and talk about it. I would suggest you talk about the things you read with your child anyways, well, the things that your child is reading, because that is a very important step in like reading socialization. So I would say do it anyways. It's very important to, transport the love of books to younger people. Yeah, so that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you found it kind of entertaining. I don't know. I hope you're having an awesome Friday. I hope you're having an awesome weekend, and I hope you're reading something magical, and I will see you soon. Bye!